David is with us in Austin, Texas to start off this hour. Hi, David. How are you?
Hey, doing great, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Hey, well, so just started listening to your program. Awesome. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
And so I was just curious as to maybe you could help me out. So my wife and I, we don't have any debt, make about $90,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
And so we haven't really done anything for retirement. And so I was wondering if maybe you could help us get an idea of what we should be doing and how we can best set ourselves up for success in the future.
How old are you?
I am 33.
Cool. And what's your household income?
About 90,000.
Good for you. Good for you. Excellent. All right. Is your home paid for?
We have a mortgage. It is $2,200 a month.
And what's the balance on the loan?
And we owe about $220.
And that is your only debt?
That is it.
Okay, good. No car debt, no lease, no nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, cool. Wonderful. Very good. You've done a great job. Well, do you have an emergency fund in cash of 3 to 6 months of expenses, a rainy day fund?
So we've got about $15,000 saved up.
Okay, probably a little slim on a $90,000 income. I don't know if that'd carry you 3 months, would it?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably need to beef that up a little bit would be my first goal. Our first thing we teach people are what we call our baby steps, which is the process to building wealth. Baby step 1 is save $1,000. You've done that. 2 is be debt-free, everything but the home. You've done that. Baby step 3 is have a fully funded emergency fund, which financial counselors and planners, pretty much all of us agree. It's one of the few things we all agree on. It should be somewhere in that 3 to 6 months of expenses range. Okay. Of your household expenses. So, I probably want that thing up at 20, maybe 25, something like that, just in case something happens and, you got that nice pad there. Then the baby step 4, the next step is start investing 15% of your household income. In your case, that's around $14,000 a year. Okay. The best place to invest that is in a matching 401k. If you have a Roth available, you certainly do the Roth 401k and put it in good growth stock mutual funds. As a matter of fact, all of these things I'm going to give you, I personally put mine in good growth stock mutual funds. I spread it across 4 different funds equally, 25% each. And I put a 4th in growth and income, which is the more conservative of the 4, that category, a 4th in growth, a 4th in aggressive growth, and a 4th in international.
Okay.
That gives me a good spread, and I've always got something to be happy about if the market's going up or the market's going down. I'm pretty diversified in the type of investing I'm doing that way. A Roth 401k up to the match. If you've got a Roth 401k, and you've got good options in your 401k, you can go beyond the match and just get all the way to your 15% if you want to. 15, up to but between you, does your wife work outside the home?
She does not.
Okay. So we're just dealing straight up on your 401k. Do you have 401k at the office?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, then we skip that part of it. The next thing I would do then in line is a Roth IRA for the 2 of you. Okay. You're allowed to put $5,500 in for you, $5,000 in a spousal for your wife, $5,500 for her. So that's $11,000 in 2 Roth IRAs, and I would spread it across those same 4 mutual funds.
Okay.
And if you need help picking those out and learning more about them, if you're new at this, especially if you're new, sit down with someone that has the heart of a teacher that will teach you. Not do it for you, but you need to understand it. That way, when you turn on the evening news and somebody's freaking out about the stock market going down, you don't freak out because you know what you're invested in.
Right.
But if you counted on someone else's brain to make your decisions, then it's easier to go into freak-out mode. It's your job to manage your money. So if you need some help with that, you can click on ELP for Endorsed Local Provider on the front page of the DaveRamsey.com site. And these people don't work for me, but they're who I endorse for investing. And click on the investing one. They'll sit down with you, explain it to you, help you set it up. You can set up a Roth IRA as a draft out of your checking account. Okay. And once a month, each of those 4 funds can come out and, go in. You could pick just 4 if you want, or you can pick 2 for you, or 4 for you and 4 different ones for your wife if you want to. But in those 4 categories, That gets you to the $11,000 mark. That's pretty close to your 15%. At 33 years old, if you do that the rest of your life and never did any more, let's just put that in for the fun of it, because it's a good example for everybody listening, not just for you, okay? So that's like $916 a month. So if you put in $1,000 a month, roughly, and we did that from 33 to 63, that'd be 30 years. If the mutual funds averaged what mine have averaged since I started, I've averaged a little over 14%, but let's just say they averaged 12%. I haven't done that good in the last 10 years. It's more like 11% in the last 10 years, okay, on mine. But, you know, it's not rocket science to find it somewhere in there. So using a 12% figure, let's see here. That if you did that for 30 years, never did anything else, I did something wrong. All right, I'm going to put it all in here again because I'm putting it in the calculator while I'm yakking. So 916 is the payment, and then that's the future value. All right. I am totally screwing this up. All right, this is driving me crazy. Wait a minute. Yeah, 360 months it is. It is 1%. Zero future. 916. I'm going to do this now. I'm bound and determined. Sitting here in front of 12 million people screwing this up. All right. There we go. That's more like it. $3.2 million.
Wow.
So if you don't do anything else, and if I'm half wrong, you're still a millionaire.
Right.
Okay?
That's not bad.
So, you know, you're on track. And here's the thing. I'd like for you to do more than that. There's not anything else you can really do unless you have some self-employment income or unless you have a 401k or something start being offered. You can just do some straight investing into mutual funds, but it'll be taxable as it goes along. The Roth IRA, of course, grows tax-free. That money there is not going to be taxed at all. It's 100% tax-free. So the point is that a 33-year-old in America today investing $1,000 a month can retire a multi-millionaire at the time you get to 65 years old. There's no excuse for people not being millionaires, except we spend everything we make, and people haven't done as good a job as David's done. David, you did a great job with your finances, by the way, long before I met you today. I mean, to be debt-free, everything but your house, making $90K, and have a pretty good start on your emergency fund, you're in the top probably 5-6% of Americans right there. I mean, you ought to just kind of take over Congress because they can't seem to add. So, yeah, you should just, common sense, but you're doing it. You're actually doing it. You're performing. Way to go. Very well done. And you will become one of those evil rich people if you stay on the track I teach you about. This is The Dave Ramsey Show. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show. So you have to break the cycle. You have to flip this thing on its head and make it behave. You've got to get so fired up and wired up that your broke friends think you've lost your mind.